Hey everyone, here's a short video of my attempt at fixing a electric antenna for a third generation Camaro and Firebird. So mine broke, as they often do. The cord inside the antenna mast snaps. So I'll show you what I've done for my repair. What we've got here is another antenna. This isn't the one I'm trying to fix, it's another one I happen to have. But to get these things apart, you need to remove these clips, and I've got some other ones here. They just sort of push off with a wee screwdriver. And then you need to drill out some brass rivets like this. They're in here, here, there, and there. And then the whole thing just pulls apart. This particular antenna has got bigger problems than just a broken cord, because look, someone really has cut that off, so it needs a bigger repair than what I'm doing today. But as I say, mine broke here. What are we looking at here? A piece of metal that fits inside one of the gearings inside the electric motor assembly. This is actually mine that I'm trying to repair. So when I took it apart, this is where it broke, and that metal part just sort of fits in there like that. And anyone who's experienced one of these antennas breaking will know that when they switch off their stereo, the motor of the antenna just keeps going and going and going, because this white cord here is broken somewhere. And as I say, for me, luckily it was broken down here. Why is that lucky? Because it means I only lose this amount of cord. So how to fix this? So I thought I'll just pop down to the hardware store, and I bought some copper tube. This is 4 millimeters in diameter with a 0.36 millimeter wall. So basically just push it in here like this after you've cut it to length, which you can sort of roughly work out by doing this, sawing it off and then bending it. So here's my first attempt. A little bit rough, particularly here. I kind of butchered that a wee bit, but it kind of fits. It kind of fits, so it's looking good. Fits in there. And then of course with the rest of the cord, obviously this is not the one I'm trying to fix. It's rather busted, and you just wrap it round and round and round and put it all back together. So that was my first attempt. So then I had another go, and here it is, attempt number 2. This is much better looking because I've managed to follow the contour of the factory versions. Here's another one out of the first antenna unit you saw. So that matches that quite well. So now, without trying to break this, because that would be really awkward. In fact, I'm going to just rearrange this a wee bit. Hope I don't make it worse. So I'm going to put that in here like that. Hope it fits. Because I made this end point here on this one bigger, so it fits in a lot snugger. Oh, look at that. So now I just need to carefully wind this up all the way to there, and then put it back together, and then hope it works. Fingers crossed. So I'll leave you for a minute. I'm going to reassemble this properly, and then shove it back in the car, and we'll give it a test run. See you shortly. Okay, I haven't quite put it in the car yet, as you can see, but I have reassembled the gear here along with the worm drive on the motor. Just wanted to show you what it looks like when you put it back together. I'm holding this down because if I let go, while it's not spring loaded, she will start to lift and come out of the hole. So let's not tempt it, and I'll just keep my fingers on there. But this is how it goes back together. And when you're repairing these, it's always a good idea to run a bead of silicone around here to waterproof it. wood and electronics tends to not mix, and then the other side of this tends to go like this. So I won't put the sealant on it right now because I just want to see if my repair is actually going to do what I'm hoping it's going to do. So I'll be able to clip this back together. There we go. That looks like that has almost gone back together like it should. There we go. That's better. I like the feel of that. Much better. So now I can push these clips on just for the time being to keep it together. As you can see, these just push on with a little bit of effort. Another one here. I think one went here from memory. And lucky last goes up here. Right, that looks like it's come together. The wires look good. And later on we'll, shipping everything round to plan, put my screws back in here. I did have screws after the previous time I repaired this, because of course once you get these brass rivets out, they're no good for a second time. They're a one hit wonder, one time use. Righty ho, let's plug this into the car and see what happens when we switch it on. Oh, here we are. Antenna's sitting here in the car. Not yet plugged in, but there it is, standing there. And I'm going to plug it into this relay socket here. We'll do that now. Here's the other end of the harness. We'll just plug it in there and see what happens. Cool. I don't hear any fuses blowing. Not that you would, but so far so good. Right, I'll just set the camera here. And now I'm going to turn on the stereo, and hopefully the antenna will operate as intended. And way hey, and up she rises, just like a brand new one. And you can hear the stereo in the background making all kinds of staticky noises because I've not plugged this in yet. But now we'll turn it off and see if it retracts properly. And I do declare that a success. It's a much cheaper repair option than purchasing a new or new old stock repair kit off eBay for lots and lots of money, because they don't make these anymore. You're lucky to find one. So for the cost of about $11 or $12 New Zealand, go into a hardware store to buy a few bits of copper tubing. That's a much cheaper solution. Hopefully this has helped somebody repair their antenna. Good luck.